Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Miami Dolphins. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Lock in.
A first carry now for the rookie from SC. It's Ronald Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Trubisky now off the bootleg. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. He showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard.
Red, up. Hey, boys, we got 4.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 27. Now the former Oregon man, this is Kenyon Barner, down right around the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Lock in.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. He goes airborne. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Let's go. We're on the ball after this. Hey, 18. 3 down. Hey,
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First foray into the red zone for Miami. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Now Jones. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Sturgis adds the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. From the gun, it's Rosen. Eluding the pressure right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Pulled in at the 24. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Let's go, let's go.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Lock in, lock in.
A give to Jones. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now a play fake here on first down. Throw left side complete to QT. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Trubisky will come up here first and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. The give is to Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get...
From the 10-yard line, here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, 4 down. Hey, hut. 51's Mike. Mike 51.
Now Trubisky. Shark's got it, left side. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gained?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard's going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
On 3rd and goal, Trubisky. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Sturgis for the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action here with Rosen. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Escaping the pressure right. And an alley to run. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble. 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up 4th.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down.
Blue. Lock in. Hide.
Play action. It's Trubisky. Got an open man. It's QT. 23 yards on the play. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down. Lock in.
This is Jones. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
On second down, it's Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up. He's at the 50. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. And maybe that's the perils of being a rookie running back in the NFL. I mean, look, it's not easy to hold on to the ball at any level with these talented guys. But in this league, you can learn a lesson early.
Without a doubt, and what a tough reminder for any running back, especially a rookie. The things you got away with in college probably won't work so well in the NFL.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a one-score game.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
4 down. Check.
On second down, here's Trubisky. On the right side, open is Gesicki. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down.
And there's a nice catch by Mike Gesicki, the rookie out of Penn State. And, partner, you saw him when you were covering Big Ten football. He didn't block very many people, but that's not what they asked him to do. They asked him to go downfield and catch the balls we just saw there.
Yeah, absolutely right, and he can do it with the best of them.
Yeah, and how about him, his high school video? Did you ever see any of that with him dunking basketballs and spiking volleyballs? His athletic ability is off the charts.
Now a first down carry by Jones. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step.
Hey, 18. Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down.
On second down, Trubisky drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's third down.
18. Come on, gotta go. Tight on the left. Move. Right. Lock in.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be down deep into Oakland territory. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, 18.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And this is going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Now let's go.
After the interception, here's Rosen. Out left side here to Bryant. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Flush to his right. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Rosen to throw on 3rd down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. On 1st down, it's Rosen. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Rosen. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Raiders on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. To throw is Rosen. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again, it's Rosen. Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip.
And, oh, he's going to be hit and driven into the turf.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. This is taken at the 18. 21 yards. Well done on the return. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
we
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jones. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Lock in.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that a defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's two guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Let's go.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. It's caught. Jones. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Lock in, lock in.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
18.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Hands up. Hey, check. 3 down. Lock in. Check.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue. Able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Now it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
So here's the kicker, Caleb Sturgis, on to try the field goal. And Sturgis able to knock it through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And
I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Raiders on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Rosen. He finds Coleman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Rosen on 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Back now in Miami. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Hey, we got three. Three down. He's checking. Crash. All right, now, lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Play action here with Rosen. Looking deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down deep into Miami territory. On 3rd down, that is a big-time play for the Raiders. 54 yards. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Gurley. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's not something that we see every game now. Todd Gurley held below 50 yards, and we are in the 4th quarter. Got to give a lot of credit. They've done a nice job of bottling him up.
They absolutely have. And a lot of times he can still find holes, but there haven't been the holes there. The offensive line hasn't created much space. On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. As his guys are in for 6, and the Raiders are back within a score.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football, and that's exactly what happened there.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
Lock in.
On third down, here's Jones. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Going right side here, and that's complete. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Now Barner. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Trubisky now off the bootleg. Oh, no, he lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. They'll run it with Jones. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He connected on his first, this from 41. And Sturgis able to knock it through, and they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He's back to throw. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Throw left side complete. That's Bryant. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Back to throw. Being chased out left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Myles Garrett in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it's looking like the Dolphins are going to win the football game. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Hey, you got three, three down.
Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that.